Well, hello, magical ones. Welcome to Magickal Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, and this is my weekly Moonday reading. It's going to be a reading for the collective as an overall message of guidance or insight, just giving us a little bit of awareness as to what it is that we are all as a collective in most need of knowing to align us with our highest potential this week of June 22nd, 2026. So once again, if you find yourself here watching months from now or when the week of the reading, it doesn't really matter. You are here in exact divine timing as to when this message is going to resonate uniquely within your own life and when you're most needed to hear it. As with all readings, these are divinely interpreted and intuitive guidance, as I am an oracle intuitive, but take all of the messages that resonate with you and discard what does not. All right. So with that said, I hope that you have all had a blessed and magical Father's Day weekend, as well as a summer solstice blessing and weekend. Also in the Southern Hemisphere, those of you celebrating the winter solstice blessings to you then as well. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. So as I've said, these readings are not individual personalized readings here. I do offer them. You can always reach out and shoot me a message to get my rates and to book a reading with me. Otherwise, these are again generalized for the collective. So asking you now just to take a quick moment to connect with your heart space. Take a nice deep cleansing breath in through your nose and just allow yourself to take in these sacred sounds, to neutralize any disturbances within your energy field, coming into the present moment, into your heart space, into the here and now, releasing anything that does not align with your highest and greatest good, setting the intention that you are open to receiving the divine guidance and insight from the highest and greatest source of all love that is most in alignment with what you are in need of hearing at this moment in time for your highest and greatest good. And so it is. All right, friends. So I am working with my B Tarot once again. So very relevant considering the summer solstice. So asking for guidance and insight for the collective this week of June 22nd, 2026, and what we all are in most need of knowing to help us best navigate. Oh, here we go. Looks like we've got two. Sorry about that. My dog started barking just as I was about to do the message there, which probably has a little bit of insight for us in regards to her having her guard up, especially considering I could see this card immediately right off the bat. It is, let's see if we can get it closer, Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is a card that speaks to our stability and our security. And it's oftentimes a message about one holding on too tightly out of fear of not having enough, of fear of lack. Now, this could pertain to not only like your finances, material wealth, or I mean like material, just things like holding on to material things that you think are of value to you. But it could also be speaking to things in regards to what you value. Like I just specifically heard like beliefs or even like mindsets that you're holding on to. So with that said, the Four of Pentacles does give us a bit of insight as to this week. We are being asked to not hold on so tightly to things that may no longer be serving us. I'm almost feeling like there's a change in values is what I hear. So something changed, something shifted, and what you once deemed as secure or stable no longer provides that. In fact, it's creating the very opposite. So before I get really further, I'm getting covered in goosebumps. So before I get really further into this, I want to just see, we've got the Princess of Wands. Okay. So Princess of Wands would translate to the traditional Page of Wands in tarot. So this is wands are about your skills, your passion, your drive, your ambition. So I'm absolutely feeling like we're getting something in regards to your beliefs in what you may have, again, what you valued at one point in time, what was secure and stable for you, and also like where you're going. And now this could pertain to career or job. But for some of you, I absolutely feel like this is going to be regarding changing of relationships, whether they be friendship, whether they be romantic or family. There's definitely a shift, and it feels like you're being called here to more, being called to like almost like walking towards what nourishes you, what grows you, what fills you with that wild spirit, that freedom, that liberation, what makes you feel liberated, what makes you feel alive. Now, when the pages come forward too, they often speak about some sort of opportunity or some news presenting itself to you. So I do feel like it's also showing us that you may be put in a position this week where you're being it's almost like me. I feel like it's more of a spiritual decision, or like it's a spiritual thing, or like metaphorical coming in. Like it's not actually. Some of you may have a literal, opportunity come in that asks you to make this change. But for others, it may be more one that's about your spiritual beliefs, your values, not in regards to spirituality like religion, in regards to who you are and what makes you you, like your soul stuff coming forward here, where it's like, this does not align with my soul. This does not make me me. This does not, like, this isn't who I am. I'm getting a lot of like almost like Sagittarius vibes and energy. And I for the life of me, I cannot think about what exactly is going on in the cosmos this week, because there's a lot happening, especially with the one big one I know is that we do have the wounded healer Chiron asteroid moving out of Aries and jumping into Taurus for a brief period before it stabilizes there, which Taurus is also all about our stability, our finances, and what we value. And it can be pertaining to anything that does or does not create your security. So a position being presented where you're put in a position where you really need to sit here and not hold on so tightly to what isn't working anymore. And you see this person here, this beekeeper coming in, they've got like, to me, it seems like they got a bunch of empty boxes here. And they're just holding on. They don't want to spend any more money on anything, it looks like. So they've got their foot on top of this. Like, this is mine. I don't want to let any of this go because I'm afraid that I won't be enough later, or that I won't have enough later. And that could also speak to in regards to relationships and what you're placing value on, right? So, ask yourself, it is a little scary. I see a little bit of the dark forest there in the background showing that, this might be a difficult decision that you have to make. But it is a decision you need to make, because no decision is also a decision. And that will not lead you to, as this card fell second and behind this one, it shows you what it is that's what is being compromised, if not, like what you're being guided. The choice that you're being guided to make here is the one that nourishes you, that creates that like Sagittarian, like free spirit. Like it helps almost like quench your desire for this liberation, this new knowledge, this new information, this newfound path. And again, what lifts you up and makes you feel fierce and alive. And of course, no one can do that for us but us. But if you're in a situation where it is taking from all of that, where it is taking from this within yourself, well, that's not going to help you at all, is it? So super important for us to really be mindful of those choices that might be presenting, whether they be ones that are just an internal thing or an literal needing to make a decision. You're being asked to not hold on so tightly to what is outdated and old values and things that just maybe once worked, they don't work anymore for you. And in order to grow yourself, it's almost like sometimes I'm hearing that saying, like sometimes it's like it takes money to make money. Not saying that in a literal sense. It's more of like if you want to like, have these circumstances in your life or live this reality that you feel alive and uplifted, well, it takes you making a choice that towards that. You've got to take that step towards that. And I think this kind of aligns with last week's message as well, that spoke to us about going bold, right? Making a big, bold move. So absolutely. And no fear because fear creates more of that in your reality. Fear is very low vibrational, and it's okay to have those moments, but it's not okay to stay there. So the best initiations and transformation comes to us when we are afraid and we do it anyway, right? Obviously using discernment and following our heart, though, but we've got to bring heart and mind into alignment in most decisions, right? So asking ourselves, what sacrifice will nourish us and what sacrifices will destroy us? That's a really good question to ask yourself this week. Staying and holding on for fear of lack or fear of another situation won't come along, another opportunity won't come along. It won't be better on the other side of this. It won't, there won't be a better relationship for you, better job opportunity. That is lack consciousness, and that will keep you from growth and from growing. Know that you are an infinite being. You are abundant, you are blessed, you are the golden goddess, and it's time for you to act as if. So with the summer solstice, it is also a time in our lives where the wheel turns, moving us into growth, because the sun is all about vitality, its power, its energy, and it is the birthing of a new season upon us, a new cycle. We've left the old half of the year behind. We have entered into the second half of the year, and this is the half of the year that is all about golden, glowing, growing, nourishing, abundance, fertility, prosperity. So move into alignment with that. Live your life in harmony with that and watch what you create. Watch what comes to you. Have a blessed and magical week, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. Take care.